Well, hello. It is Wednesday, which is Mobile Food Pantry Day. Um, we'll just jump in, and then all of the details that you might have questions for, if you are new to my channel, I'll put that at the end. Um, really briefly, this is 4 portions, but my sister already took the portion she wanted, and an older couple that shares with us already took their portion that they wanted. So we have 3 containers of spinach and spring mix. I'm so excited about these. I have a ton of garlic here, which is phenomenal. I feel like I'm always running out of garlic, so that's great. A bunch of beautiful heads of broccoli. Some organic strawberries. Now I will need to kind of go and clean these out because we've got some kind of going out. But won't be a problem. We can use them for smoothies. We actually have a strawberry muffin recipe that we all love, which will then use some of this buttermilk. So not a problem. We'll just go through it and yum. Okay, speaking of buttermilk, we have 7 containers left of buttermilk. My sister only took 1. This has a best by date of today. Tomorrow. Whatever day that is, a few days from now. So we have 7 of those, and then each person got 1 heavy whipping cream. I will probably actually use this to make butter because butter is so expensive, and kind of utilize it that way. For the buttermilk, I can take a little bit off the top of each one and make a batch of something with it, and then pop these in the freezer and then just pull one out as needed. So we can do that. The strawberries, like I said, we can use these for smoothies, fresh eating, and I will probably try to make that strawberry muffin recipe. I'll share that with you at the end since I'm trying to do that. We're going to have broccoli and cheese soup. I'm going to be making that for my sister, so one more way to use up the broccoli, and then we'll have some beautiful crowns to eat throughout this week with dinners. Garlic, I think, is pretty self-explanatory. I know people do garlic infused oils, but honestly, I just use this up so much and so quickly that I'm not gonna do that. And then I have salad here that we'll add to our recipes. We also ended up with a box of sweet potatoes. I mean, like a flat, so probably 20 sweet potatoes. And the older couple know kind of my saga with it, and they knew somebody that would take them, so they took all of the sweet potatoes. Hallelujah, because I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with all these sweet potatoes. I still have so many here, and I'm trying to use them up as quick as I can. We've canned so many. It's just we're running out of things to do that doesn't start the gag reflex of eating so much of it. Now, the mobile food pantry is something that I know our state of Indiana does. I believe that it is starting to spread, but you line up with your vehicle and you have a number, and that number is associated with your name and address and the number of people in your household, and then every week they just check off the number to basically let the records know that you have arrived. For us, we go to a designated parking lot, we wait in line, we wait for the food trucks to arrive, you drive up, you're in rows, and then it's just put in the car. You don't get to pick and choose, you just get what you get. So yeah. So in terms of portions, I have my sister with me. She's 18 years old, so we ended up with 2 portions. It does not matter the size of your household, it only matters the number of adults that you have in your vehicle. So some people caravan, or why does that name always space out when you share a ride share, whatever it is. So some people carpool. There we go. Some people carpool, and so they'll have like 4 adults in a vehicle, and they'll get their 4 portions, and then they divvy it out and blah blah blah. So I have my sister with me. She has her own household with another sister, and so she is trying to help them save some grocery money and utilize this and work with foods in different ways. So it's kind of me teaching her that as well, which is fantastic. So we ended up with 2 portions, and then the older couple that used to work next door, they give us their portion of anything that they don't want. So I think they kept, maybe not. I was thinking, I thought they kept some strawberries, but I don't think so. But anyway, yeah, my sister took her portions. I think the older couple gave us all of theirs. And then I have another older couple that they get theirs. They pass it all around to their family, their daughter, their son, themselves, and I think one other person that is in their senior home. So they share with them, and whatever they don't want, they come and give it to me. All right, so that's it. I think I've shared everything. Please be sure to check the description box below. And I filmed a video where I pretty much kind of answered anything that had come up in comments, or maybe just talking with other people back and forth. Just things that, anything I could think of that would help give you kind of a full aspect of why I'm doing this. It is in that video and it is linked down below. And you can also check out the playlist that I link at the end of each video. That playlist has all of the food truck hauls in it, so you can kind of see a progression and what we have each week. So some things may not make sense week by week, but as a whole, it might, the bigger picture might help give you ideas. You want some garlic, John? Yeah, I didn't think so. And I have a son over here making breakfast, so I will end it here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to put this away, and then I will share with you those 2 recipes that I talked about that will help us this week. Oh, that was the other thing before I close out. Even though I have all these other portions, I end up sharing with family members in my church. Again, that video kind of talks more about why they don't go, but I can end up sharing with up to 4 families. So that's how this works. It works out fantastic for all of us if I do it this way. And there you go. All right. I will see you in the next video, and check out the things that I make this week with this. All right. This is the recipe I'm going to use. I've had this for so many years. My sister-in-law gave it to me. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm not sure these strawberries are quite ripe enough to mash. So I'm actually going to put them on the stove for just, I don't know, like a minute with the sugar. And I'm not going to make like a strawberry sauce, but I'm going to get them soft enough in order to make this. So that's going to be the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these, trim these green tops off, and then I just put those in a baggie, and then I throw them in a smoothie later. And then I'm just going to kind of roughly chop those. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay, so the other older couple came, and this is what they brought. They brought sweet potatoes. My daughter's going to can up another 7 quarts of that, and we'll just tuck some away. They brought us this bag of broccoli. I have a box here. They said this was from the food trucks from yesterday, which was the Tuesday one. Again, you can see that video where that is talked about. So it looks like we have more broccoli in here, 2 bags of apples, and 4 things of cabbage. And then they said they didn't want any of their salad, but then I said, oh, you could make a strawberry salad, and kind of discuss how that was, and they were like, oh, that sounds like a good idea. And so I was able to give them like a gallon bag of some of the greens so that they could make a small salad and kind of use some of their strawberries that way too. So that's what they gave me. I have not contacted anybody from our church just to kind of see what I could share with first. Like I said, my daughter's going to can some of these sweet potatoes. I am in the process of making these muffins. I forgot to share with you just like how much I had done, but you can see like there's still pretty good chunks in here. They're just softened a bit. This doesn't look very appetizing, but there you go. Anyway, so, and I only put half the sugar in here, and then I put the other half that it called for, I put it with the strawberries. So I divided that. And then we're just going to put them in our muffin tins and bake them. And those will be done for breakfast tomorrow. Alright, this was cooked 15 to 18 minutes. I did 15, or was it 12 to 15? I don't remember. That's how my husband told me. So that's kind of sinking in when I put my finger on it, and that tells me it is not quite done. So we're going to try another 2 to 3 minutes. And then I am using this recipe. I'll leave it linked down below. It's from The Girl Who Ate Everything. It's the Panera broccoli and cheese soup, and I'm doubling it. So I just cut up an onion. I'll put it in here with some butter, saute it a little bit, and then we're going to add a stick of butter because, again, I'm doubling it for my family. And we're just going to go on from here. It's a super simple recipe. I could make this in no time. I had to make this all the time when I was cooking for the older couple back in California. If you guys have been here on my channel long enough, the one lady could only do soups. And so this is one of the things that she ate a lot. So I am going to get this going right now.
Mom said 2 more minutes seem to do the trick. And then
I am adding some garlic to this broccoli and cheese soup. Alright, I need approximately 6 cups of broccoli, which sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. So this is one, I'm going to need you to hold this, Katie, for me. This is one broccoli crown. We're just going to roughly chop it. And then, okay, so 1 crown gave me about 3 cups, so 2 crowns, I'm going to say is 6. So I cut the end off like that. I wanted to show you. I use the stalk too, but it can get kind of tough when you're eating it, especially in soups and stir fries. So, one thing that my husband taught me how to do is you just kind of trim off the sides, just to get that really tough part out, but you can still end up with the stalk since there's a lot of nutrients in that. And then we'll give those to the bunny. And there we go. Alright, I don't have any like half and half, but I do have heavy whipping cream. And it says 2 cups of half and half, so I'm going to do 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. And then I'll add that other cup that's needed to, you know, do an extra cup of broth. So this would be 2. But remember, I have to double this. So I'm actually just going to do the 1 cup of heavy whipping cream because, again, it's a thick cream. And then I'm going to do this whole thing of broth. This is stuff that I can. And that's going to bring the broth count up. There we go. Then I'm going to add the greens to this. Alright, so this recipe uses sharp cheddar cheese, but I have a whole bunch of string cheese that the kids have not really been into lately. And I still have more of these out in the back. So, as a kid takes one, I'm literally just going to do this. We're going to use this cheese as our cheese. Waste not, want not, and it gets you get a little creative with all this cheese. Good. Oh, nutmeg. Okay, so here's the consistency. This took probably about 40 minutes to cook instead of 25. And then I added all the cheese and I blended it all up, and we're just going to add some nutmeg to this, and that is done. Alright, so the total amount ended up being the 1 cup of heavy whipping cream and then 6 cups of chicken broth, and I wish I didn't add that last cup. I think it would have been better without it. A little bit thicker. But there we go. Yep, this is a recipe that my kids do enjoy on occasion, and it's been a while since I've made this. So here we go.